Right, so welcome back to my channel. So, what is an Android TV? How is it different from smart television? Is it really worth your money to go for Android television when there are so many options available in market? We'll answer these. We'll talk about some apps and some cool features which you will get only in Android television and not in any other smart TV, and which should help you in making decision on which television to go for. So let's make a start. So this is a typical Android television. The one I'm demoing at the moment is a Sony Android television, W800C series, 43-inch. And this is how a typical home page of a Sony Android television would look like. Okay, so what is an Android television? In simple words, it is just another smart television which runs on Google operating system. So it comes with an added benefit of being a part of Google family. It allows you to have Google Play Store, which you would know. I mean, you can download numerous number of millions and millions of apps through Google Play on your smart device. It allows you to be synced with your smart device, and if it is Android, it syncs really well with any other smart mobile or tablet. Now, I mean, to start with, I mean, these are the apps which would showcase on your home page of Android television by default. Which these are featured apps, and these will vary depending on the geographical location. Like if this video is being shot in United Kingdom, so you can see BBC Sports, Channel 4, ITV, BBC iPlayer. These comes as a featured app in here. But if you are in somewhere else, in India, United States, or UAE, or Australia, these might vary. These will also vary depending on the brand. So if this one is a Sony Android television, so they would have some collaboration with Sony Select, and this is how, if you go into Sony Select, you can customize what featured apps you would want to see on your home screen. Something you don't want, you can take it out. Anything you want to be displayed as per your location or your preferences, they will come in here, right? Coming back, so this is how a typical remote would look like. It's no different from from our usual smart TV or a remote control, right? So as I said, the basic or the most important feature is to have Google Play, which allows you downloading millions of apps. Any app which is Android based and is compatible for television can be downloaded through your Google Play Store. So it is categorized as some featured apps, movies and television. So any streaming app that you would need, it's all in here. Top selling apps, so these are paid apps for, I mean, games, and I mean, if you any other utility app which you would want to download and pay for their services, then these, I mean, it also categorizes top free apps. So Facebook watch, so you can watch Facebook videos on your television. You can log in with your Facebook ID, and it will all be very handy. As you see it on your mobile, it will show videos as on television. VLC player, similar to what VLC player does on your smart device or on your laptop. You can plug in USB drives or maybe sync it with your laptop and play videos which are in a shared folder on your laptop through VLC player. So these are some other apps. MX Player is again a streaming app. Kodi is another one. I've done several videos on Kodi. You can look through it. ES File Explorer and several others. I mean, music apps. You can have a look in here. Games, featured apps, and many other apps, and you can customize your utilities here, news apps and others, right? So I won't go into too much details, but the apps that you have downloaded would show in here. And what you can do then is, let's say Amazon Prime or Netflix. If you go in here, you can either open it or uninstall it, right? So you can uninstall the apps coming in here in the Google Play Store. Let's come out to the home screen again. We'll go to the settings and I'll show you some cool features. So any of the apps that are running, if you come in here, it shows the apps on the television. Just going into apps list, let's say Yep TV is one of the apps on my television. uh, your typical smart television might hang a number of times, so what you can do is you can force stop that particular application, and that will remove the, if your television is frozen, that would actually kill the application, and would enable your television to be used thereafter. You can also clear certain data if you want to clear some storage data, clear cache on your app. So you can come in here, whatever you do on your laptop with any of the apps, you can do it on your television, coming into apps within settings in here. Next one you can do is, you can go in here and do a factory reset very easily. It's a single button factory reset. I won't do it now, but you can easily do it, and it will put it as a new television in front of you, and you can customize it again from scratch, right? Channel setup, that will allow you to do digital setups and all. uh, One thing is external inputs. So if you can manage inputs in here, you can have HDMI connections, USB drives, they will all show up here, and you can either show them or hide them on the home screen on your of your television. Coming down, Google Cast. So all Android television, this is a big plus on your Android television. All Android televisions comes with Google Cast inbuilt, whether it's whether it's Sony Android television or any other brand, they will come with a Google Cast, so that you don't need to spend money on your Chromecast, and any of your apps that support feature of casting. Uh, don't need a separate Chromecast, and you can use Google Cast on your television. Now these are the other locations. These are the other features within your settings. Location is one feature that you can enable or disable depending on the apps that you use. Any app that requires a location to be enabled, then you have to enable it. Otherwise, I would recommend disabling it. Slows down your television. Usage diagnostic, you can send your usage diagnostic to Android, and they would suggest improvements for your television. You can disable if you want. You can log into your Google account. So let's come out, and that will help you to customize YouTube, the videos that you view. Any videos you view or apps you use, they come at the top of your home screen. These are based on your preferences. Now this is voice search. Android television, any Android television now in 2019 or onwards, they come with a Google Voice Assistant. You can type in or you can speak, while Google Assistant would take your commands from there, right? Then some of the other cool apps like Google Movies and TVs, they come inbuilt by default. uh, uh, Others like screen mirroring, features like screen mirroring will be there. There would be an internet browser. So Opera is by default in most of the Android television, at least for Sony Androids. But you can download Google Chrome and Mozilla as well. I've done some videos on how you can do it, or you can post in some comments, and I'll respond how you can do that. So albums, that's easy to share your screen on your mobile with your television. You can see photos on your mobile very easily on your television. uh, Coming in here, these are the inputs. You can enable or disable them. You can connect to LAN or to Wi-Fi. Timers, if you go in here, you'll see, if you want to set up a time when the television will be closed or by switched off by default, and it would be started also by default if you have the power cable plugged in. Apps, so they would one point I want to mention in here is that the user interface, and for any apps, it is different to what you would find on any other smart television. So it is customized to give you better user experience on Android. So for example, this Yup TV app that I use a lot, that this one, it's different on Android. It's much better on Android as far as the app interface and usage is concerned. Whereas if you go for a Samsung smart television, any other smart television, it's way different. Same applies to YouTube, because Google places their updates in the first place to Google supported devices, and Android television is one of them. Yes, and then screencasting, or screen mirroring your devices with your television becomes much easier. So if you have Android smart phones, or you believe in Android family, Android television is definitely for you. But if you have an iOS devices like iPad or iPhones, screen sharing and other features, they can still be done, but they are a bit too difficult to live with. So I would suggest, if you have Android television, it's better if you have Android phones at home, or vice versa, whatever. Better to go with either Android throughout for your smart devices, or go the iOS ways. Okay, if you have any other questions on that, this is a very high level overview. If you have any questions, do post in your comments. I will drive you to other videos that are in my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my channel, that should answer most of your questions. If you have any specific question, post in your comments. I'll be much happier to respond to them. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.